Shabbos. First of all, before we begin, I just want to mention, because we're davening at home, during the month of Nisan, we do not say Tachnun. We don't say Tachnun in the morning. We don't say it by Mincha. There is no Tachnun during this month of redemption. In addition, on Shabbos, we do not say Av Harachamim nor Tzidkos Tzedek. We don't say Tzidkos Tzedek at Mincha. We don't say Av Harachamim in the morning. Just a reminder to refresh our memories in this very unusual circumstance. Parshas Vayikra, we have a mitzvah in which it tells us that every offering that is brought upon the altar should have salt. B'melach timlach, we should put salt on it, and al kol karboncha takiv melach, on all of our offerings we should have salt. And a pasuk before tells us Chol davash leisaktiru mimenu isha laHashem. But anything that contains any fruit honey, anything sweet, fruit juices, or if it should be actual honey, this is unacceptable to be placed upon the altar as a fire offering to Hashem. And the commentaries question what exactly is the message over here. Salt is something which enhances the flavor, and certainly honey does. Honey makes things sweeter. What could be more wonderful than honey? After all, don't we refer to the land of Israel, Eretz Zovas Cholov Davash, a land flowing with milk and honey, and the honey there refers to also that which comes from fruits. It comes from dates. It comes from other fruits and things. What could be wrong with honey? The blessing Hashem gives us, the land flowing with milk and honey. In addition, we find the statement, we know the portion of Vayikra deals with the offerings brought unto Hashem. An offering is called a korban. The word korban is rooted in the Hebrew word korav. Korav means to approach, to come close, to be joined. A person's relative is called a korav, somebody we're close to, even if we're thousands of miles away, but we are close with family. To become close unto God, we can bring an offering. The parsha begins with bringing an offering from an animal, a bull or sheep, and these are usually expensive. And then it tells us that if a person brings his offering from a bird, a turtle dove, so here too he could bring such an offering. And Rashi notices that whether a person is bringing an expensive animal or if they're bringing an inexpensive bird. Who brings a bird? A person who can't afford more than maybe a few dollars. Nevertheless, at the conclusion of the service from any of them, it says it's an ishe, it's something which is brought to the fires of the altar, reach nichoyach laHashem. It is something which is pleasing unto Hashem. This is something which is very pleasing. It's something which brings a nachas ruach. What is a nachas ruach? Nachas ruach means, like we say, nachas. It's a spirit of nachas, a very pleasing, fragrant aroma unto Hashem. The question is, how come Rashi then notices that the same phrase which is used in reference to one who brings an expensive animal, here it says that it's a pleasing fragrance unto Hashem, and the same phrase is used for one who brings a very simple offering, whether they bring a bird or whether they bring something else, as Rashi states, Nema ba'oif, it says by one who brings a bird as an offering, reach nichoyach, it's a pleasing aroma unto God. And it says the same thing by a behemoth, an expensive animal. Leima, this teaches us a very important principle in Judaism. Echad hamarbe ve'echad hamamet. Whether one does much, whether one does a lot, whether one does their mitzvahs in a glorious, beautiful, expensive fashion, or if one does it in extreme simplicity. Ubilvad. However, what is so crucial is not how we adorn our mitzvah, which is a very nice thing. Zeh keli ve'anveyu, this is my God, I will glorify him. I will make the temple beautiful. But the main element is not the beauty, and it's not the amount that we spend on the mitzvah, but rather ubelvad sheyechaven es libay lashamayim, that a person focuses their heart to heaven. This is what Rashi notices. Our sages explain, why is it that salt is so vitally important for every offering and honey is absolutely rejected? Although honey is so delectable, when you add honey to something, the honey doesn't draw out the essential qualities that are found within the substance, the food, but rather the honey is adding a tangential flavor to it. If you add too much honey, it will overwhelm it. Salt has a remarkable property. Salt has the ability, of course, if we put in too much salt, it's very salty, but salt has the ability to draw out the natural flavors and qualities from the substance that we're salting. What Hashem is revealing to us, our sages explain, an offering, a means of human expression, of attempting to attach ourselves unto our Creator, that we should come closer, we should be a korav, a relative to Hashem, that here what Hashem wants is not the honey. Hashem is saying, I don't want all the great sweetness, I don't want all of the wonderful, desirous things that you find in the world, which are not necessarily bad when used appropriately. But to attach yourself unto me, what I want is that we should bring out the potential that we have within us, that we should use salt, that we should be able to bring out from within the heartfelt desire to connect unto our Father, our King in heaven. Honey, wonderful, but it's a distraction. We lose the appreciation of the substance and we focus on the honey. We dip the apple in the honey on Rosh Hashanah. We all love it. Why? Not so much the apple. We love the honey. It's so sweet. But that's the distraction. The essential service that Hashem wants from man is that we should take that which already exists within us and bring it forth, draw it out as salt can do. And this is exactly the meaning of what Rashi is telling us, that whether the offering is an expensive animal or a simple bird, if one's heart is focused to serve their Creator, to attach unto Hashem, they are equal in the eyes of God. Because Hashem doesn't look at how beautiful it is, how expensive it is, how many flowers we have around it, and all of the fanfare and all that the world seems to offer. There's a place for that. But the essential service unto Hashem is what's in our heart, this sincere desire to connect unto Hashem. And I'd like to suggest, if I may, that this drasha that Rashi is quoting from the Gemara, that equates the expensive offering of an animal with that of a bird, where do we see that the Torah is equating them? We see it from the fact that the Torah says, Reach nichayach, that it is a pleasing aroma. What does that mean? The animal offering is pleasing, and the simple bird offering is pleasing. As long as our hearts are focused, we're bringing forth from within ourselves, from the depths of our souls, that which our heart desires to cling unto Hashem. The words that Hashem chooses to reveal this to us, Reach nichayach, an aroma, a spirit of nachas. What does every parent want from their children? Nachas. What is it that every child desires? That they should be a source of nachas. Their parents should be proud of them. Hashem is saying to us, I want nachas from you. You know how I receive the nachas? not by showing me how much you can spend, not by this, not by the fanfare, not by the honor, not by doing all of this. What's in our hearts, what's in our souls. And we also see from this verse, what is man's responsibility? To bring nachas to our Father in heaven. That's what our soul yearns for. Therein man finds the comfort and man finds the feeling of achievement that we're fulfilling our purpose for creation, to give nachas to Hashem. We're all struggling with the new reality, being confined, being social distancing, staying at home, keeping our distance from everyone. There's no question. And there's definitely a message here. And we all feel it. We sense that man is not in control. So many people are so disturbed by what's taking place because they always view that man, with science, with knowledge, we're in control of our destiny. And that God is maybe something for the past, if he exists at all. And now the entire world shuts down as never before in history. And man is compelled to say that there is another force, there is a higher being, there's someone in control. Oh, there's no question there are those who will doubt this too, and they'll just say this is nature running its course. But so many of us, our souls are ringing within our bodies and trying to awaken us to follow what we sense. What I believe will be the true challenge for man is not what we feel now, but God will reveal to man a cure, a vaccine. I don't know if it's going to be in 2 weeks, 2 months, 5 months, or whenever. But God will reveal to man, we will find a vaccine, we will find a cure, we will be able to control, and God willing, our economy should come roaring back. The challenge for man is going to be, what will we feel? How will we behave then? When the lockdown is over and we can go about and we can taste the honey that's found in the world once again, are we going to forget this moment? Are we going to lose sight and focus of the feeling that we're experiencing right now? A sense of a closeness, of an offering, an attachment unto Hashem. The challenge is not now. The challenge is what will be then. I have confidence that Klal Yisrael, the Ma'aminim b'nei Ma'aminim, those who believe, who descend from those who believe, that we will truly, with the salt that this virus is, it's like salt, and it can function to bring out from the depths of our souls the essential desire to bring nachas to Hashem Avinu Shebashamayim. In merit of this, may we see an end to our struggles and difficulties, a revelation of Mashiach speedily in our lifetime. Have a wonderful Shabbos.